I'm awake. It's 1 p.m. No, 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels later than that. Welcome back to That's Enough. I'm your host, Grace Ryder, where me and my co-host guest star, well, what's the difference between a co-host and a guest? Vwhatever. We'll figure it out. Where we overshare online the thing we do the best. And my guest here today is actress, YouTuber, ex-Viner. You may know her as not even Emily online, but her name's Emily Fan. Damn it. Welcome. welcome.
Thank you for that lovely introduction.
Yes. We were just talking before. I was just at Duke University talking to children about, well, children, they're 18 plus, but the one girl told me that she experienced COVID during middle school.
What?
Which I was like, I know that that's true. Yeah, she had, yeah. So I was like, oh my God. But anyways, I went there with my roommate, Max. He was the one that was asked to like come down and like do like a guest speaker thing. And he like just brought me with. And I was like,
I was
going
to ask you if you were like an educator for a day.
Yeah, I mean, well, essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes. We went to Duke University. Gorgeous campus.
Okay, love.
They have the most beautiful, also cherry blossoms, peak season.
Already?
So we went there. Yeah, they had these gorgeous white cherry blossoms that were like falling through the sky. This park they had was like, it literally looked like 10 different parks brought together. Like there was like bamboo over here and like these beautiful like
bamboo. Okay.
Yeah, there was bamboo. There was like willow trees. There was a little pond. There was like tulips. There's beautiful tulips everywhere.
Okay,
it was gorgeous. Yeah, I was like, wait, why are there so many plants able to live here in North Carolina? Is North Carolina like a really like...
Yeah, like how is there coral here?
Yeah, I was like, how are you guys sustaining this? North Carolina might be like the best place on earth. Anyways, we went there and my overshare...
I'm so scared.
So my overshare is, listen, we're all human. So we did our panel, we talked. Of course, I have what I feel like nothing of value to offer these kids. I'm like, I really don't know how I got into this line of work. I just posted on YouTube.
That's not true.
But I was like, I don't know how, like it just happened. I just did it and like, you guys should just do it. And that's just basically what I said.
But sometimes that's literally the advice though. Like, hey, just do it.
I know. Yeah. It was really nice to have Max there because he had like a more, is the word pragmatic? I don't even know. But like, he was like, he went to college and he had a plan. And then I was like, yeah, I was making videos in my basement. And then I like got a manager and blah, 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 blah. And so I think it was nice to see like the two very different sides can like
contrast, juxtaposition.
Yeah, they can.
Right.
Yes, contrast juxtaposition.
Like whatever path like resonates with you more.
Yeah, if you just want to do like either you can and you can make it and never give up. Yes. Just keep posting. So anyways, stumbled through that. And then so we did the creator lab. So there were like a bunch of kids that like wanted to like, you know, be influencers or do it for marketing.
Wait, they're teaching this at a college? Like there's an influencer. Oh, okay.
It's a club.
I thought there was like an influencer 101, like how to be a this or that.
I think one of them had a TikTok class or something because I overheard him talking and he was like, because also Max was like, really excited to go because Duke is really good at basketball. Didn't know anything about. I felt really stupid. I was
me
like,
neither, but I'm glad to hear that. For them. Yeah,
they're like it's like a good school, and I was like, wait, so how'd you guys hear about this school? Like I literally said that to a kid.
It's like underground,
and it's like not an Ivy League, but it's
right.
Like,
that is so funny.
I know. I was like, so like what? Like why Duke? Like what's that one? And they're like, it's like
because
Duke.
It's really good.
It's really good. And I was like, yes.
That's so funny.
Right.
Like so, me going to kids at Harvard being like, so how did you hear of this place?
Literally. I was like, how'd you even know where this was?
Right. Oh my gosh.
And I was, whatever. Anyways, I'll freaking cut to the freaking point. They were like, can you make a video with us? And we were like, yeah, for sure. And the game was called Silent Library.
Okay. And
so you're in a silent library and you pick like a dare to do. My dare, I did two, but the one that was like, was I had to like do like a fake workout class or something in the library.
Yeah.
Now totally like fine, totally cool. The only problem is, and now this is funny in hindsight, but in the moment I was like, oh my God. Well, I guess, I don't know. We'll see.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. Wait, I'm really curious what you think. And also, we may cut this, but anyways, so I'm like, okay, well, what's going to really catch him off guard? Oh my God. And I was like, well, what if I come in running? And the thing is, there was another guy with me who's like my coach, like training me.
Yes.
He comes in with a whistle. Mm-hmm. I'm running. He screams, go, go, go.
Yes.
Now you can imagine in a school in America, someone comes running in, screaming, go, go, go. The kids literally turned and were so scared for a second. And then once we kept going, they realized like this was a joke. But I was like, oh, should we cut that? I don't know either.
I don't think that's bad. I don't think it's bad. It's true.
Because it was like, I just want to mention it and bring it up because I'm sorry, Duke University kids studying at like 9 p.m. on a Sunday. Because
they're about to send out a text alert after your...
No, literally. I was like,
oh my gosh.
We should like say something. Right. Of course we didn't. Of course I didn't go down.
Of course we let the situation be. You know, just like,
of course I literally left
and
was
it up
like,
for interpretation, of course.
Yeah,
you know?
and then I was like telling them, I was like, should I go like I should feel like I should go down and like say something. And they're like, no, it's like literally fine. And then I was like, what the fuck? You guys are kids. Why am I taking advice from you? I was like, I should have went down there and been like, I'm so sorry. Because it was like, because in my head, my first thought was, well, what's going to catch them the most off guard? You know, just barging in. Of course. That'll be the most shocking.
Yeah.
And of course, in the moment, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
But then as the prank progressed, you know, I was doing jumping jacks and I was whatever. And then I think they were like, okay, so this isn't a school shooting. And is that my fault or is that society's fault?
Exactly. Listen.
And we may cut that whole story. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's
honestly,
fine.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think you're
in the
really
wrong.
Bad. I think
really bad for scaring those kids.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do prank shit on TikTok.
Of course.
I hate the prank stuff.
Yeah.
I hate giving money to homeless people.
Of course.
And buying them and giving them 100 burgers.
Right. Yeah.
I don't do that stuff and I don't do the pranks.
100 burgers. Well, that's a great prank.
You know what I mean? Where they're like
buying a homeless person food. That's an amazing prank.
But do you know what I mean? Where they're like, like doing that.
Like
I'm like
the Mr. Beastification of like charity.
Yeah. Like let's cure all these people's like cataracts, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
well,
but only if they stay in
a
room for 1,000 hours without food or water. Then you can get the
wait. Is that what he did?
Oh,
they had just had him. See, I don't really know.
There's things where it's. I think okay. I'm stating just objectively how the videos are. I'm not going to give my opinion on them. I do not know Jimmy, right?
Of course, Jimmy BoJangles.
What's his name?
Wait, no.
BoJangles? Jimmy BoJangles?
Wait, no, that is a restaurant. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, awesome.
Jimmy, I don't know. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. I'm screaming if that's actually his name.
No, it's definitely
you're like, it's definitely not.
It's definitely not. I literally don't know.
I think a lot of the gist of his videos are... if you do X, Y, and Z for this amount of time, you can get $10,000. So it's like, you know, if you submerge yourself in slime for 4 hours, then you can get like a gift card. It's like better than that.
Yeah.
But it's like that sort of mentality.
Yeah. So, and that's why I don't mess with that stuff.
Exactly.
Because I don't like taking advantage of people.
Yeah. I also don't have the means to do that. Where for me, it would literally be a gift card.
A gift card. Sit in this room and I'll give you a gift card.
Right. Stand in this room and I'll give you a gift card.
Stay in this room and it's like,
actually.
Wow, like I guess she's trying to copy Jimmy BoJangles.
No, the well-known Jimmy BoJangles.
Everyone knows him by his full government name and not his whatever name.
Feastables by Jimmy BoJangles.
Feastables. Those things are rotten.
So I've heard.
So I've heard as well because Nerdy Nummies.
No, talk about ecosystem, right? From earlier, like me trying to be like, call back.
Call back. And I'm like, what ecosystem? Oh yeah, the ecosystem of the park, guys.
No, that's basically like a Feastable.
It's an advanced podcast. You have to listen
of course.
intently to understand these references.
It's one of those pieces of media where you have to watch it twice to kind of understand.
To even understand what we're saying.
Exactly.
Wait, she shot up a school? Cut that.
Clip that.
Wait, clip that, post that, and let that go. No, yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know what your story was going to be. But I honestly think it's okay to share. I think it's a statement just saying like, this is the world we're living in.
And here's the thing. My biggest fear going into that prank was, oh, I'm going to fart as I'm running.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Yep.
I was doing some weighted squats, something came out, and that's the
that's
story.
what I wish happened.
Right.
I wish happened. But then those kids thought, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Yeah, that's worse.
But then I was like, but if I would have farted, then they would have been like, okay, wait, I really want to die because this is stinky. I should have farted.
And then they would have actually died.
Yeah, and then they would have actually died because it was stinky. But yeah, so, and I just bring that up because I feel very bad about it and I feel sorry about that. Yeah. My apology on a podcast. Yeah. My podcast.
So I do feel really bad about it and I'm sorry about that.
I'm really, and I'm really sorry about it and I really hope you guys forgive me and please go buy my merch and don't forget about, and sorry about that. Yeah.
And that would be just typical for like
my apology.
For an influencer apology.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Guys, I'm really sorry, but use my discount code.
Yeah. And also, guys, don't forget if you are in Times Square, we're gonna stand there for 2 hours and you can get a gift card for my next video.
2 hours. Oh my gosh.
Any hoozles, what is your overshare? Because you have a list.
I do. I brought a list of different things
that you just want to get off your chest.
So I'll just say the first one, right?
Yeah.
So remember the Hunger Games? Obviously, it wasn't that long ago.
Yes, I love the Hunger Games.
Yeah, so I was obsessed.
Yes.
Obsessed with the Hunger Games.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I must have been 11 or 12, maybe a little bit younger. I can't tell. But I would constantly put my hair in that braid.
The braid, yes.
I bought a necklace that had like the Mockingjay pin on it.
Oh my God.
So I was like obsessed, right? And I would just like walk around like that. In
just
public.
Cosplaying Katniss all the time.
Like literally,
soft cosplay.
Literally, yeah.
More Disney bounding.
More making a reference, I would say.
Yeah. It's a nod.
Right, a nod, yes. And when I would go to a coffee place that I do not go to anymore, right?
Because of the events that are
because of events that are happening in the world.
Sure.
I went there and I would go up to the baristas and say that my name was Katniss.
Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome.
My name was Katniss.
This is awesome.
And then they would call out my name, Katniss, right?
And you'd be like, I volunteer.
And then I would, sometimes there was a time that I was with a friend and I did that as a joke, but I just think it's funny imagining like, okay, so you're calling out the name Katniss and you see some little Chinese girl like walk up to the place.
You're like, wow,
that's me.
What are the odds?
No,
like,
yeah.
Wow.
So I was super obsessed with the Hunger Games. But that's one of those things where in hindsight, it's embarrassing. Back then, I thought I was the shit. I literally was like...
I think that's so cute. I feel like that's cool and that adds character. I think it shows
that I'm very passionate.
Yeah, love. Have you read the new book?
Well, I'm not quite that passionate.
Oh, not anymore? Not anymore? Really?
No, I want to. I think the thing is, and I guess this is how it is with reading, where you will read 8 books in 3 months and then just never touch a book again in your life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There was some I don't know, I was going to say statistic, but I meant TikTok. There was a TikTok that was like, if you've read like 1 book in January, you've already read more than most of the freaking world, or well, probably America.
Yeah, and that I would be included in the people who did not read.
Yep.
So
yeah, same. I got close to almost finishing one, so maybe that's makes me just put a half. Yeah, but no, have not finished. Have not closed.
A little 0.5.
Yeah, a little 0.5. I'm the half that have been like, wait, no, I like to read.
Yeah,
but
yeah, when I first moved here, I was definitely so big into reading, like constantly reading on the train.
Really?
Yeah, I really got into R.F. Kuang.
Who's that?
She is I was about to say director, the author of Yellowface.
Oh,
have you ever heard
yes,
that? Yeah.
Yes.
So I read that book first, and then I read all of the Poppy Wars, and then I read Babel.
Is this all her?
And it's all her
books?
work. Yeah. So I was like on a big reading grind. Like I was definitely like, I also feel like I'm chronically early to things, so I would just stand somewhere waiting for my friends, and I would be reading.
Wait, nice.
Like to be that annoying person.
You're like, oh, you guys finally made it.
No, like literally that annoying person.
I just finished my book, so perfect timing.
Right, literally. No, I'm actually glad that I wish you guys came later, actually, because I was really enjoying this piece of text.
Yeah, but I'll Anyways, what's up, girls?
Yeah, no, literally. But now, ever since I discovered listening to podcasts, I'm like, why would I enrich my mind with literature when I could just listen to gay people talk about almost nothing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they're like this does not matter.
No, like actually it's, I don't want to say that it's killing my brain cells, but I think it's keeping them stagnant.
Really? Yeah. Because I would say the gay culture is taking over. And
as it should.
And so I feel like you're sort of
being homophobic.
No, I feel like you're you know, you're what's it called when you're an anthropologist? You're studying the people.
You know what? That's a good way to put it.
It's the people. It's current.
Right.
And you know a lot of stuff about what's happening.
To me.
Yes, now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, what are the podcasts you're listening to?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest.
You don't even know the names?
No, I do. Oh, I do. Okay. I used to listen a lot to I've Had It.
Okay,
have you ever heard of that? It's these two, and I say this with love, right? Yep. Older. These two older.
Yeah.
Who you would envision as like white suburban moms, who at first glance, like you would think like, okay, Repubby, like a little bit. Yeah. No offense, I guess, to them.
They can't help the way they look.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And also that's my fault for generalizing.
No, that's okay.
But they are so funny and they're very, aligned, not to talk about politics, I guess.
They're very aligned with
they just are not the type of people I would expect to have the type of platform that they have, and I find it refreshing, and I think that they're really funny.
Are they lesbian too?
There's a rumor that one of them is.
Oh, but this is not the gay podcast you're listening to. No, this is just like some girls chatting about politics.
This is
you get your politics from
my token straight people that I listen to. Yeah. Love. And of course, they do have to be women, though.
Yes.
I have boundaries, obviously.
Yeah.
But the one that I listen to, I'm not joking. I've replayed it. I'm probably on like my 4th round of like just listening through the whole thing.
The whole podcast, not like a specific episode?
Not the specific episode, like just all of the episodes.
Whoa.
At this point, I feel like I've like Pavlovian dogged myself into thinking that I can't have a normal day without listening to them or something. I don't know.
Like you have to shower.
I don't want to freak them out because I would love to be their friends. But Finally by Grace Kohlenschmidt and Joe Castlebaker.
Yeah.
I listen to that all the time. And here's the gag. They haven't released a new episode in actually
Wait, I literally did not know Grace had a podcast.
Yeah.
We had Grace on.
I love Grace.
Yeah. No, you would vibe. Wait, do you watch The Bachelor?
Yes.
She watches The Bachelor. Bachelor party.
There's something about lesbians in The Bachelor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, just assuming what you're going to say. You're like, sorry, I like to watch it alone. I can't watch it with you. Lesbians love The Bachelor. Is it because all the women? Heyo.
No, literally. I'm just like living vicariously through the man. But actually, being on The Bachelor would actually be my worst nightmare ever.
No, it's horrible. I think the show's dumb and boring, but I like to watch.
Awesome.
I mean, I love it. I wish it was edited differently.
Okay. Yeah.
I watch a guy recap it, which me and Grace discussed this, but but she loves The Bachelor.
Oh my God.
She probably would be friends.
Here's the thing, because we're mutuals on TikTok, not to brag.
Oh, yeah, not to brag.
But I just think she's so funny.
Oh yeah, no,
but
she's
I
hilarious.
feel like she would be freaked out hearing like, so you listen to my voice like 47 hours in a 24-hour day somehow.
Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, you just like took a picture of yourself on the TV, like you love looking at yourself. I'm sure she would eat that up. She would screaming. She would eat that up. She was like, "Wait, you love listening to me talk? Let's be best friends."
Oh my God.
I feel like I would think that.
Honestly, I feel like we could have like some sort of lesbian connection.
Lesbian
not
connection.
Romantically.
Like the most platonic lesbian connection.
A platonic, yeah.
Right.
Because I think she has someone. I don't know.
Wait, are you
more
trying
importantly,
to
I have someone. So yeah.
Wait, more importantly, sorry. Whoa, wait. It's not even that's. I just want to like really say that wasn't even like a thing I was thinking of, a possibility.
Right, yeah.
No, it's just friendship.
I just wanted to let the commenters know.
Yeah, the commenters know. Like, wait, am I? Because
I don't want people to be in her comments being like,
Emily's obsessed with you.
Yeah, she wants you so bad.
Yeah, just like let's stop those rumors in their tracks.
Yeah, before they even start.
Because that's
let's
not
just like
even
prophylactically stop them.
I have someone. I have someone.
Yeah,
she has someone.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm literally obsessica with her.
Wait, who's her co-host?
Joe Castlebaker. He's another comedian.
I probably know this person. I just can't
They're
think
so
of that
funny
podcast.
Together.
Because I literally did not know she had a podcast. Oh my gosh.
Well, to be fair, I think they have. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're ever gonna start it. It's seeming not, but
A single tear falls down your
no,
cheek.
literally,
You're
I'm like shaking.
You should tell her to be like, I
can't
love your
accept
podcast.
this. Yeah,
You should.
but then if we ended up being friends, then it would be like I don't need to listen to the podcast. We can just have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Wow.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks guys.
Me
for
too. Yeah,
listening.
that's it.
Wow, that was
Thanks,
great.
Grace.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, go
is
listen
so
to
funny.
Grace's podcast.
No, literally.
There's no new episodes.
I don't promote anything for myself. I'm
Yeah.
listen to this podcast, and they haven't made another new episode in within the past year. But
Yeah, but the episodes are actually out. My episodes haven't even come out yet. We're banking them. We're banking them. Sorry, little meta podcast.
That's such a
talk.
smart thing to do. I try to do the same thing with my YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, wait. How far out in advance are you? Whoa, did that make
week.
sense? How far?
I try to be so. When I was in nursing school, I would bank it for the whole semester. I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so would you have chunks of time where you just filmed? And so you'd be like, okay, I have all the footage now. I just edit.
Yeah. So I would. During the semester, I would allocate at least, I think it was 3 hours every week to write in between studying. So
That's
I would
genius.
have,
Where'd you come up with that?
winter and summer break, I would have 12 to 15 scripts and I would film them all and then schedule them to post throughout the year. Yeah. Which I'm really glad that I did.
Okay, wait, you should have went to Duke and told those kids how to be a YouTuber. Oh my gosh, wait, that is so... Do you feel like you've kept that same work ethic now that you're full-time?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think that, and not to sound like this type of person or whatever, but I think that I don't really know how to not work or something. I don't...
You love to work.
Yeah, I love to work. I love to work.
I don't want to work anymore. Not Emily, okay?
Right, yeah. But I think that I just like to fill my time. So yeah, and maybe it is a sort of just capitalism thing where it's in the back of my mind something instilled in me that's if you're not productive then you're worthless or something like that.
No, I still feel that even though I'm not doing anything.
You're so basically it's just eating me alive.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's just sort of always eating me alive when I'm not doing something.
Right.
But that's good that you do something and you do your work.
Yeah,
you do your job.
I tried, and I genuinely enjoy it. Yeah, and I liked nursing, of course, too, as well. That sounded so unconvincing. And of course, I also like nursing as well. Of course,
of course, but it's I wouldn't want to do that for the rest
but
of
of
my
course
life.
I did stop. Yeah,
and of course I did stop. And given the option, I did choose the other one. But
yeah, and it's so funny sometimes because it is true where it's I really did like nursing. I liked having an impact on people's lives. I really, it is, not everyone gets to say that they've saved someone's life before. And that being said, I'm becoming a YouTuber.
Yeah. And now I'm going to save people's lives in a sort of different way.
Yeah, in sort of a different way where I'm kind of, just their comfort person.
But how often are people coming up to doctors oh my God, you saved my life? They come up to YouTubers all the time and say that.
Yeah. Honestly true. And honestly, somewhat
true. Wait, I was thinking about this on the plane.
Yeah.
There's so many jobs where other people do most of the work and then one person does. This is so stupid. Where one person does most of the stuff and then someone else comes in with a higher title and is boop, 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 and then leaves.
Right.
But they get paid more. Yeah. 1, nurses doing all the work. Doctor comes in. 2, dental hygienist. They clean all your teeth. They do the whole thing. Dentist comes in, fingers in your mouth, gone.
Fingers in your mouth.
Gone.
Dentists come in, fingers in your mouth, gone.
Fingers in your mouth. My favorite part.
Of course. It's the only reason I go there.
Yeah, it's the only reason. It's yep. Flight attendants. Mm-hmm. Okay, now this one's controversial because the pilots are flying the plane.
Right.
But they're not really flying the plane.
I would say, I think it's there's a lot of, so the people who have the face-to-face interaction and then the someone who makes the final call. Or says this is okay, or says I mean I know that's how it is with doctors and nurses.
Yeah, true. And I guess the pilots are flying the plane and but the flight attendants are doing a lot of other stuff too.
Well, the pilots
really
they haven't been doing that great of a job as of late. Sorry.
They're really not flying good.
No, yeah.
But also autopilot, the takeoffs and landings are basically what are they even doing up there?
Yeah, honestly, I forget where I heard this, but I heard that pilots have, I genuinely, and that's not me just saying because it's something I heard from a TikTok. It probably was a TikTok though.
That's okay. That's where all my information comes from.
Nope, literally. But a lot of pilots will fall asleep. And then sometimes they wake up, turn, and see that their co-pilot is also asleep.
Wait, who's saying this?
You know where I just realized I got that from?
Where? The podcast? Wait, should we just redo Grace's podcast?
We just do a recreation of
no,
their
okay, so
podcast
where did she hear that?
Probably TikTok.
Sometimes I heard this from a friend on a
No,
podcast.
literally.
They'll be asleep and they'll wake up in the other.
But honestly, I think I literally know nothing about aviation other than it does take place in the air.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Which is pretty common knowledge, I would say.
Yeah.
But
And sometimes on the ground.
And sometimes on the ground. There is a portion of it that's on the ground.
Portion of it that's on the ground. That's the most important part.
Yes. I feel like it makes sense that they could fall asleep because, you know, highway hypnosis?
No,
You know?
what's that?
It just means when you're driving on a really simple, not stimulating road, like everything looks the same.
Yeah. Whoa.
So like you kind of, it's easier for you to like drift off.
Yeah.
You know? That is like in the air. It's like
times 10.
it's times 10.
'Cause
It's
it's like-
literally times 10 because
Come
you're not even passing like any signs or like any like like an Arby's or like anything
No,
on the
no
sides.
Arby's in
Nothing.
the
There's
sky.
not even like a tumbleweed to go across the freaking road. Like I mean, maybe
clouds.
there's cool clouds.
That's true. There's cool clouds and
perhaps
like
even lightning as well sometimes.
that's really scary. And lightning can strike planes and it's totally fine. Is that something you
Really?
Oh, I was gonna ask you if that's okay. Can planes get struck by lightning?
Ask me if that's okay. So will you allow that to happen?
Is that like can happen because it must happen and
I
it's
feel like
totally
it must-
fine?
I don't know why. I
Wait, let's
probably
just
sound like an
rest talk
idiot.
about airplanes.
No,
Like, just
literally
assume-
aviation.
Yeah.
With two
Airplanes.
girls who literally know nothing about aviation, other than of course it takes place in the air.
Yep.
And sometimes on the
And
ground as
sometimes
well.
on the ground and pilots can sleep.
Right, and that's okay.
And-
You're tired.
Yes. 'Cause
right.
I would understand that being like, ooh. Oh, I watched Catch Me If You Can. Have you seen that movie? He pretends to be a pilot.
Is that the thing with?
Yup.
No, because what I'm thinking of is something. It's like Paris is on fire or something.
No, I don't
London
even-
is something. There's incest in it.
Oh my god. No, so that's White Lotus season 3.
That is White Lotus season 3 as well.
Wait,
That
I've
is-
seen the new.
I
I haven't
just watched
seen the new
it.
episode.
Oh,
So
girl.
don't tell me
Something
is happening,
is happening, and that's all I'll say.
and that's all I'll say. I will say
I got sick watching it because here's
Really?
the thing. I think I put myself in the place of the characters too much.
yeah.
So then
you're an
I thought
empath?
about myself doing what they were doing. I literally had a visceral reaction, which I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad because
you're
then it's like,
I
okay,
wouldn't
so
do
I
that.
really am not like incestual, which was, of course, is
stop.
something that I've
Wait,
always worried about.
Wait,
No, it's
do the brothers foo?
well.
Oh, okay.
Foo. Okay, so here's the thing. Maybe I would say they foo because it wasn't the whole uck. So it was like a halfway thing. So
Wait,
they did foo.
Okay, wait. My friend texted me.
Yeah.
So, and I think she wants to watch it tonight.
Okay, yes,
So
you
I
should.
think we're gonna watch it.
Okay,
tonight.
watch it tonight, and then text me your thoughts.
Oh my god, did you ever watch Sex in the City?
No, was there incest in that?
Oh no, it just reminded me of that because we watched.
Oh, okay, love.
We watched the
I mean,
sex-
I never watched it, so I don't really know what those girls get up to.
And you know
they do have a
what?
sisterhood of sorts.
They have a sisterhood. You know what? There
ever fooled
might
around
have
with each other?
been.
Do they ever explore each other's bodies?
Wait, I think Charlotte asked them to maybe have a threesome, but it was
Okay.
just like to
please the man, sort of thing.
well, it was like
Which
a
I always love
hypothetical
doing.
of like,
Okay, yeah,
if I
yeah.
were going to have a threesome, it would be with Carrie, and Samantha was
Aw.
offended because she's the whore. She's the whore of the group.
I'm screaming. Yeah,
She's
yeah,
the
yeah,
whore of
yeah.
the group.
Right.
I just bring that up because we just watched the movie where they went to Abu Dhabi, which it's like it's a crazy movie. And then we watched the first episode of the spin-off series called And Just Like That, and her husband dies the first episode. He's on
Okay,
the Peloton.
spoiler.
Yeah, well, no one's watching it. No one's watching the show. No, they might be.
They might be. And I also see a lot of TikToks where it's like, they're filming And Just Like That in my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
and then
yeah,
it's like
New
like
York.
someone from their window like zooming in on Samantha's face. Carrie
Samantha's not in it.
Wait, not Samantha, Carrie.
Carrie.
And her name is Sarah Jessica Parker. And so they're zooming in on Sarah Jessica Parker being like, look, she's here.
Look, Sarah Jessica Parker's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's one of those things where it's like only in New York.
Only in New York will you
Only
see
in this
Miss
big
Sarah
apple will you see Miss
Jessica
Sarah.
Parker filming her show.
Exactly.
About New York.
Right, because that is where it takes place after
That
all.
is where it takes place.
Yeah.
After all, and it's pretty it's a okay show. It is like my friend's boyfriend was like, this is like what conservatives think liberals talk, like how they talk. And
really?
like it is
Wait,
like,
that kind of makes me want to watch it.
wait, you should watch it.
Yeah.
Just
so
watch
what
the
does
first
that mean?
episode.
Like they're like, so today I had to go to the curve the surf cunt sleigh, like that sort of thing.
Oh no. It's like, so Miranda gets her master's or something.
Miranda is the tight ass redhead.
Yep, who becomes a lesbian. Or I guess was always a lesbian.
Okay,
but
wait,
was married to a man.
Honestly, with the haircuts I've seen her in, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to generalize.
Well, and she's dating the, oh Lord, what, I don't know who they are, but I think they're in Grey's Anatomy, but they're non-binary.
They have a short haircut now.
Yeah,
wait,
like
the character
buzz cut?
is non-binary, or
I assume the actors
I'm
also.
just gonna say they.
Just say they,
I
because
feel like
I think
that's
it's
always-
Shay or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, love.
Maybe
and they're
not.
dating.
And they're dating.
I love that.
But basically, I don't know. It's just really funny because Miranda goes to her new college class.
Yeah.
And the teacher's black and she has braids.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, whoa, oh, your braids. I didn't see that in the picture. And she's like, oh, yeah, I just have braids
Wait,
now.
why would she say that?
Yeah. And then she goes, and then she's like, well, no, it's just not that it's not professional. It whatever. And she just goes crazy. She just is like saying all the wrong shit. And then she was like, well, I don't know. And then this one kid goes, wow, quick with the pronouns, lady. And I was like, and they, mind you, they have blue hair. The person that said that, blue hair.
Of course.
Literally the bluest hair you've ever seen.
Right. And of course, they have a matcha as well, of
Yep,
course.
they have a matcha.
Yeah.
Blue hair, blue glasses, and they go, quick with the pronouns. And I was like, this is literally like fear-mongering for
So
like
is it like
conservatives.
they're making fun of it, or they're
No.
being earnest about it, or maybe a little bit of
I don't know.
both?
I just think it's like, who is this written for? Like, I like literally don't know. You should watch it. It's kind of awesome.
Okay, love.
It's kind of awesome in the way where you're like, oh, like, what the hell am I watching?
Is it
Also
like
watch the one where they go to
and I've
Abu
never
Dhabi.
seen this either, but is it like an Emily in Paris thing where it's kind of just like
Sure, it was horrible.
mindless sort of stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Emily in Paris, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither, but I've heard that it's quite mindless. Who knows? It could be the equivalent of a documentary as well.
But my friend said, she was like, I want to put on something like Emily in Paris, if Emily in Paris was a movie, and then they put on Sex and the City Abu Dhabi movie, and then we watch it. So I assume
Sounds equivalent in my head.
Yeah, I assume there's similar caliber of like what,
content,
who made
or
this
media.
show.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That being said, if anyone ever wants to cast me in those shows, I will be there.
Yes, absolutely. Like, let's say if you need like, oh, and that's another thing too is Charlotte's child is non-binary.
Okay,
her name was Rose.
Yes.
Now Rock.
That's lovely.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say what my opinion is on that because that's.
But I do kind of love that Rock.
Really?
I kind of like when
Fern.
people.
What about Fern?
Oh, Fern is nice. Like I kind of like when people like just like Tub, like you know just just like whatever. Because I'm kind
like their
of like
nickname or like their literal name.
I don't know. Like I'm
what's
kind
up,
of just
Tub?
like I'm just like I love that you are doing. I think as someone named Emily, where it's like if you shout Emily in a crowded place, 8 bitches will turn around.
Yep.
That I'm kind of like. Yeah, maybe it would be cool to be named like Foam or like, just
Foam.
something like, yeah.
I'm
so I'm
Foam.
kind of just like, okay, cool. But there is, I guess this isn't political, me prefacing with that. But,
I guess this isn't political.
but there's been a discourse or discussion about non-binary people choosing, or I should say Caucasian non-binary people.
Yeah, let's get into this.
Choosing,
We should talk about this.
Screaming.
Wait, no.
But choosing
Let's
like
do it.
Asian names. That's been
Oh, really?
interesting.
Like Koi?
Yeah, or like Sakura.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which is interesting.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
And is that where you're like, okay, wait, go change your name to Foam.
I think that in a certain way, it might just like the optics might be better for you.
To be called
to be
Tub.
foam. Yeah, to be called Tub.
What's up? I'm Tub.
No, literally spam.
It was either Sakura or Tub.
Right.
And I decided Tub.
No, yeah. It was either Suzuko or Tub.
Or Tub. Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting. But I do like the idea of just like
changing your name. Yeah, because it's like you don't get a choice.
Yeah,
and you don't get to choose that.
I'm just obsessed with.
But you can.
Like just one day being like, actually scratch that whole thing. Like, call me this instead.
Yeah.
I'm kind of obsessed with that.
For the viewers at home, that was a mouth fart of me being like,
for the viewers,
being like quirky.
For the audio
listeners,
Grace stood up, turned around, bent over, and something happened.
Yeah, farted directly into the mic because I thought that'd be funny.
Yeah, and you're gonna
Emily,
get pink eye
totally
next
cool with it.
Totally cool. I welcome
Didn't even blink. Was just like, yeah, that's happening now.
I'm happy that your GI system is functioning and well.
Yeah. Love. I tried to when we went. Why did I segue like that? Sorry. GI made me think of eating food and farting and things like that.
Yes, of course.
So I was like, I've been trying to get McDonald's breakfast for like 3 days in a row now.
It's not available?
No, it's just like I keep missing it. It's at 10:30.
Oh, they end it.
They ended at 10:30, but I was like, oh, we're going to go to the airport. I'm going to get McDonald's breakfast. Get to the airport. Guess what? LaGuardia does not have a McDonald's.
Really?
Yep. McDonald's in the Pentagon, but not
Wait,
LaGuardia.
I kind of feel like I don't see those in airports.
McDonald's?
I feel like I don't.
I see them every airport ever.
Really?
And then literally the North Carolina airport and this one, it wasn't there.
Okay. I feel like I always see chains that like I've actually never heard of in my life.
Well, and remember when I said Jimmy BoJangles?
Yes,
BoJangles is a fast food chain. BoJangles, I think I called him. Yeah.
BoJangles sounds like an evil folklore character.
You better hide your kids.
BoJangles.
BoJangles will come and snatch your kids if they're in the forest alone.
Oh my god. If you snap your fingers 3 times, BoJangles is going to come and do a little dance before he eats you alive.
Yeah.
Like literally.
There's a special drink we drink to ward off BoJangles if he comes into your room.
I feel like that should be my new name. Not even BoJangles.
Not even BoJangles.
Yeah.
Not even BoJangles. New rebrand. I love it. What would BoJangles video essays be? What type of videos would BoJangles make?
Like literally just 13-minute videos of like playing the tambourine and like just having
jolly
like bells on their ankles being like yip de dip de, like literally that.
Yip de dip de. Welcome to BoJangles Corner.
It has to be a corner, of course.
Yeah, it's just shot.
Yeah, or like a long hallway.
Long hallway, he's slowly coming up to you just hear a tambourine.
You only see my silhouette at first.
Yeah. And then it's just you have a constant this is a creepypasta.
No, literally like the Legend of BoJangles.
The Legend of BoJangles.
I'm scared.
And I guess it's just like it's really scary because when you like hear him off in the distance, but then when you see him, he's just like this short guy who's like
and
really
he hands
jolly.
You a Feastable. Yeah, which is basically just like a petri dish, apparently.
Yeah, petri dish to grow like just like fungus. And
of course.
Fungus and stuff like
that. And mold and mildew of the sort.
Mold and mildew that the Paul, not brothers, just Logan, I believe, is just feeding kids.
Wait, what does he have to do with it?
Oh, it's his thing.
I feel like I sounded so bitchy. What the fuck does he have to do with that?
Why are you bringing him into this?
Yeah, what?
Well, because that Prime is the drink
is the drink.
And he has Prime.
Okay, is Prime like a Gatorade sort of thing?
Yeah, it's like a Powerade like energy drink thing that people are like
caffeinated or not?
Ooh, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I think
now I'm asking the real question.
Yeah. Ooh, Emily, thank you for asking that.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, wow, is it caffeinated? I don't know. But then it was like they were like, oh, it like causes cancer, and I was like, okay, bitch, everything causes cancer. Breathing causes cancer.
Everything causes cancer.
Mama, I was like, Diet Coke. My grandma
true.
has been telling me since the day I was born that drinking Diet Coke out of a can will cause cancer because she got it from Dr. Oz. So she's been telling me that my whole life. Do I still drink Diet Coke? Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It tastes good.
Get the people hooked at a young age.
Right.
And they're hooked for life. And then you could tell them, hey, it causes cancer. They don't care. People smoke.
No, literally. People
Popcorn
vape.
lung, cigarettes.
Yeah.
You vape?
Never actually.
Okay, good.
I'm actually quite boring. I'm quite sober.
Yeah, same. I don't really do much.
Yeah, I don't drink. I do have another embarrassing story actually though.
Do tell.
Okay, so this one is titled Drunk Story Sprinting in Doc Martens College.
Okay, great.
So you can get
Beautiful
a little bit
title.
of the gist of that.
Yeah.
So this was in college when I was experimenting with alcohol, of course. Legally, I was over 21, of course. And I got so drunk at this frat party. Ew,
Love.
first of all.
Oh, me going, love. And you're like, ew.
The bathroom
you got to do it.
was worse than Chernobyl. Like, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was so disgusting that it sobered me up for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you were like, oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, where am I?
No, literally.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, swamp.
Yeah, you were like, don't like hover over the toilet seat.
Oh,
don't
God.
touch it. Wash your hands.
No, like it was so bad where it's like I was like, maybe I should take a red Solo cup, pee in it, and then just pour it in the toilet.
Wait,
because
that's
I do
really
not want
smart.
to be.
Wait, that's a really good idea.
Me being like, did I just do something?
Yeah, no, I think you did. That's like genius.
Yeah, but anyways, very drunk at this party. And it was in the winter time. And so we left the party. It was very, very cold and I wasn't wearing a lot of clothes because of course I am a slut, of course.
Yeah, you're going to a frat party.
Because there's so much for me there as a lesbian.
Yeah.
As an out lesbian at the time.
Out lesbian at a frat party.
No, literally.
No, but they like having you there just in case maybe you kiss the
change
girl.
me.
Oh, sure. They were like, no, like let's invite her because maybe she'll like kiss the girl.
Right,
and
yeah,
hot.
and then we can record it.
Yeah, and then we can
like,
record it, and
of
she'll piss in a
course.
cup and forget. To
No, yeah, totally,
pee
totally,
to
totally,
do that.
totally. Which is well within their right to do. I encourage it even.
Yeah.
And I was so cold. I was like, I need to get home. I was wearing Doc Martens that were very loosely tied. I start sprinting, right?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sprinting home and I'm like laughing at the same time, like, oh, to be young. You
Yeah,
know,
of course.
like,
No, running drunk feels really awesome.
no, there's something about it. It's the same thing of like when you stick your head out of the car window in the summer and it's like you feel like a golden retriever, right?
Yeah.
No, literally, I'm so wild and free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
However,
Oh. Wasn't fun for long.
no, wasn't fun for long. I fell so bad. I can show you the pictures. I don't know if you're into gory stuff.
Yeah,
but,
sure. Yeah.
I can show you the pictures after. It's so bad. I fell so bad that my body was like skipping a rock in a pond where I fell, hit the ground, jumped up, and I fell again, and then I fell again. It was so bad that because you know how sometimes when a drunk person falls, it's kind of like, oh shit, like that's so funny. It was. Should we call someone? Like, are you okay? Like dead silence.
Like no one was laughing.
No
That's how
one
you know
was
it's
laughing.
really bad.
That's how you know it's so bad when shit
or
is
you
not
have good
funny.
friends.
Well, strangers came over from across the street to literally be like, oh my God, like, are you okay? Because and then of course me being drunk, I got right up. Yeah, like,
why? And you're like, is it raining? And there's blood coming down your.
The thing is, I felt so I walked the remainder.
Yeah.
Because my friends were literally like, you need to actually chill the fuck out.
You just skipped across the sidewalk.
No, me doing like somersaults down the.
Literally, calm down, Emily. You're doing too much.
No, actually. And I felt like squishing in my sock. I looked down. My whole lower leg is just covered in blood, and my socks are soaked in blood.
Oh my
it was
God.
so bad. Yeah. And so I really, really fell horribly. And then I have the scars. Sorry, my legs are like so dry, but this right here is the scar from it.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was seeing a girl at the time. If you're my girlfriend, don't listen to this part.
Yeah. Literally means like nothing.
I was seeing a girl at the time, and we were at the movie theater where there's the reclining like chairs, right?
Yeah.
And I remember my knees were starting to scab over, so I couldn't bend my knees. So I was literally trying to get into the chair like like trying not to bend my nose.
You're just already like okay, just put the chair up.
And then leaving, I put the recliner thing down and I just had to still keep my legs up because I couldn't bend my knees without it like bleeding through my jeans.
Oh, yeah. Like, because like then the scab would like break or something.
Open.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was literally...
Was it just your knees or did like your face like did anything?
It was my knees and my elbows. Thank God nothing happened to the moneymaker.
No, literally, I think about that all the time when I'm in a car. I'm like, okay, if a car crash comes, I'm going to cover my face like this because I can't have glass.
I need to protect my assets. No,
I'm like, this is it. I'm like,
or I'm like, if the car is going to get T-boned, like, please do it on not my good side.
Yeah, do it on the other side because maybe some reconstructive surgery could happen.
Because I've been wanting to get that anyway, so maybe I should be doing me a favor.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, okay, wait, guys, it was because I got in an accident, not because it's not plastic surgery, it was reconstruction because of it was a necessity.
That's how I feel for people who I wonder if sometimes people are thankful to have a deviated septum because then it's like, now I can get a nose job.
True. It's like, oh, like,
and it's not like for cosmetic. Well, I shouldn't put it in quotes. It's like not for cosmetic reasons. So because like you need to like be able to breathe.
Yeah, breathing.
But then you can also be like, well, also if you can make it look like this, then
also if you're in there, might as well have some fun with it, doc.
No, yeah, get a little creative. Not too creative, but
nothing in you know what, actually go right ahead, do whatever you want.
Right. So, and then you come out with gills.
Yeah. And you're like, okay. Ooh. Okay. Or just like a skull nose. Like just the remainder of like or
the whole
Voldemort
thing is
or
just
something.
Off.
Yeah. You're like,
or you come out looking like Squidward, where like all of a sudden like your thumb is attached to your nose now.
Yeah. Oh, I'd rather have Squidward's nose. You know. Do you know that? Cupquake? Dick smaller than my toes. I'd rather have Squidward's nose.
Okay, dick smaller than my toes. I would rather have Squidward's nose. That makes sense. I would also rather have that.
Yeah,
as well.
she's like, I'd rather ride like
she's
Squidward's
basically
face.
saying that she would rather have a larger appendage than a smaller one.
Yeah, basically.
Seems to be a common sentiment.
Sure, amongst some.
Though some people say if it's too big, then it's like, keep that away from me.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like if you can like carry it around in its own gurney, it's like, don't.
Oh my God. Well, don't put that in me.
It's like, you know, when women like, it's like you need to get a breast reduction. It would be like that, where it's like you need to get a penis reduction. Like this is literally causing harm to you and those around you.
That's literally terrifying.
Yeah.
Wait, so now back to your like
sorry, I feel
quick.
Like we just went like 5 different
well,
directions.
because then I was like, wait, let's talk about me and how I don't want my face to get burned.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
Awesome.
Did you recover okay? I mean, you have the scar.
I have the scars. I did recover okay. It was like, honestly, a couple weeks of just walking really funny, and then also looking down and seeing that I did bleed through my pants and not in a menstrual way.
Yeah, in a different spot, but it just felt really familiar.
Yeah. There was like blood on my knees, and I'm like, oh my God, I got my period.
Yeah, you're like, guys, I got my period.
No, like literally how there's a crazy straw in my pants that the blood is just leading to my knees.
Yeah, I was sitting on like, or like, you know how people like sit on their, like you're like, I was just sitting on my leg and then got on there. Yikes. Team. Okay, Emily, well, I think that is our time.
Wow, it passed by so fast.
I know, it really does, because we like to have like a quick fun convo, and we don't want to like freaking like bore our viewers with like long, boring like our thoughts on aviation.
No, our thoughts on like how we relate to Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, like honestly, this podcast has become what's something you know the least about,
right?
And let's talk about that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's sort of what we did. But I appreciate all of the things you said about aviation, because I agree with them 100%.
Yeah,
and
I love it. Fall asleep at the wheel more.
Fall asleep at the wheel more.
Yeah,
and it's okay because your co-pilot's probably
tired.
Sleep too. Yeah,
and it's your right.
And there's no Arby's in the sky.
There's no Arby's in the sky. So
you're gonna fall asleep,
right? Yeah.
So you're gonna fall asleep. Is there anything you want to promote? Anything you want to shout out?
I mean, yeah.
Other than Grace's podcast,
right? Right, literally. Follow me on TikTok. Should I look at the camera?
You can do whatever you like. Yeah, wait, do it to the camera.
Follow me on TikTok and YouTube at Not Even Emily. On Instagram, still Not Emily. And yeah, I post comedic content on YouTube. I also have some short films. As an actress, I'll have some things coming out later this year.
Yes,
hopefully.
Nice.
So yeah, if you want to keep up with me,
yeah,
and
sweet.
Be nice to me in the comments, because this is my first podcast.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
Aren't you so honored to have popped my cherry?
Wait, yes. Oh my gosh. Wait, we should have got you a thing. We should have got you something, and I shouldn't have showed up late. Wait, no, awesome. You were amazing. You should go on way more podcasts.
Oh, thank you. I think it helps that like we know each other.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely does help, but but also just naturally
thank
funny,
you.
Naturally can fill the airtime, and
God.
lots to talk about. Love it.
Thank you.
Okay, Emily, well, thank you for sharing all your things, and that's enough. That's my little outro.
Wait, I love that.